Hey again everyone, so I have another review for you today, and today that is on The Iron Queen, Book 3 in the Iron Fae series by Julie Kagawa, and as always I will start by reading the back of the book. In less than 24 hours I'll be 17, although technically I won't actually be turning 17. I've been in the Never Never too long. When you're in Fairy you don't age, so while a year has passed in the real world, age-wise I'm probably only a few days older than when I went in. In real life, I've changed so much I don't even recognise myself. My name is Megan Chase. I thought it was over, that my time with the Fae, the impossible choices I had to make, the sacrifices of those I loved, was behind me. But a storm is approaching, an army of Iron Fae that will drag me back, kicking and screaming. Drag me away from the banished prince who's sworn to stand by my side. Drag me into the core of conflict so powerful I'm not sure anyone can survive it. This time, there will be no turning back. Okay, so if you've seen my reviews on The Iron Queen and The Iron Daughter, you'll know that I wasn't overly fond of them. They didn't hook me in any way. They didn't live up to the hype for me. And part of that was probably Megan, as I've made very clear. And the other part of that is probably my own fault in that I don't really like Fae books. It just doesn't seem to be an aspect of the paranormal that appeals to me in the same way that vampires do, or that sort of thing. But a few people have been saying to me, just stick with it. The Iron Queen is the best one. You have to stay with it till the Iron Queen. And Mirror Ink kindly sent me the Iron Queen, so I thought, yeah, I will stick with it and I will read it because they sent it to me. And I have to say, everybody was right. This was definitely the best one. Definitely. Okay, so cover-wise, these do not disappoint at all. They all have very, very lovely covers. The only thing for me is that I don't like that this thing, it's not even a sticker, it's actually printed on the book, sort of mars it. And then it says the next Twilight, which bugs me before we even really get going, because I hate it when all these books are compared to Twilight and just does my nut. But other than that, the cover's fine. It's beautiful. It has sparklies on it, so it's lovely. And so in this one, Ash and Megan have been exiled at the end of the Iron Daughter, and they're about to sort of settle into the mortal world when the Iron Fae sort of blow up in their face again. The courts of summer and winter offer them the chance to come back to the world of Fairy if they defeat the Iron Fae, and Megan is the only one that can really help them because she's a half-breed. She is not affected by iron, so it's this battle sort of preparing really, and trying to find the false king, because when she killed the Iron King at the end of book 1, a false king then took his throne, and she has to find him and kill him to save the other fairy. So this book definitely had the most depth and the most plot. I felt like in The Iron King and The Iron Daughter it was just dragged out too long and it was really slow. But in this it was much more fast paced, and it actually felt like I wanted to carry on reading. I didn't want to put the book down because something seemed to always be happening. I really liked that in this there is more Ash. As Ash is my favourite thing about these books, more Ash is always good. More Puck, and the love triangle thing wasn't so much of a big deal in this book. Obviously for Puck it was a big deal because he sort of loves Megan and she loves Ash, but it wasn't so much of an annoying factor for me. So that was good. Yeah, I didn't know what to rate this really, because I think I'm torn between 4 out of 5 and 4.5, because normally I probably wouldn't rate this book alone that high, but for me it was such a big step up from the other two books. I feel like it needs a whole point more, so I probably would give it 4.5. I still don't like Megan, but that was sort of overrode in this book. The plot was good enough that I didn't feel the whole time that I had to hate Megan and wanted to punch her. I felt much more like, yeah, okay, the plot's good enough that her annoying character traits can be overlooked in this instance. Like I said, there's more Ash and their relationship in this book, which I love. That's my favourite aspect of it. The end is such a teaser ending because the final sort of epilogue is in Ash's perspective, and the main thing I think that I don't like with these books is that it's in Megan's perspective, and as I really can't stand her, as I've made very clear, that I think that sort of bugs me that everything is through her eyes, whereas the end was in Ash's point of view, and whereas I really like him as a character, the ending was brilliant. I'm not being sarcastic or rude when I say the ending was the best bit. I don't mean, oh, thank God it's finally over. I mean that in his perspective, we really see this sort of insight into a character that's normally quite reserved, and I really loved that insight into his character, and that's why I'm really looking forward to the Iron Knight. That's not out here in the UK yet. But I have a strong suspicion that I will love that book most of all, and will really actually enjoy reading it from his point of view. So yeah, overall I would give this 4 to 4.5. I'll settle on 4.5. I think it wouldn't normally be that high, but when comparing it to the other books, I have to give it that. So yeah, I actually enjoyed this one. Yay! I'm glad I stuck with it. So yeah, I'll see you all soon and happy reading.